Good evening, everybody, and welcome along to Inside Line Racing. We are at the opening round of season number 6. Time does fly away when you're having fun, and we are very much looking forward to a full 21 race calendar. Last season we had just 11 races. Now we're going to race at every track. This is ILR5. And this is the second season in a row I'm commentating on ILR5, and this should be very exciting. And I am Jess, and you'll be privileged to have me commentating for the entire 21 rounds. I think I'm missing one race due to a show happening, but that's in December time. But apart from that, I should be able to make every race. So, 17 drivers today. We don't have a full grid. And apart from a few drivers, I think there's only 4 drivers, that were in ILR5 last season. We've got a completely new grid. Either people have moved up or people have moved down, or complete newbies whatsoever. So, yeah. And it's going to be really hard to pronounce these names, but by next week, I will get these names right. There's a few people not here tonight, but they will be here next week, hopefully. So, here we go. So, and let's just go for a team that is here, who was here last season. Roberto Mancini and Jay Carty. I've been commentating them since I had the ILR4 days, so every season I've commentated on them. He is currently on an outlap at the moment. He's going on one right now in the Alfa Romeo. And Cam K just went fast, 1:23.0. Now, there are just banker lap times at the moment. We did see in the last few tiers earlier on today, the pole time was roughly around about a 1:21, 1:20, so we could expect possibly higher. Oh, Berto binned it in the wall into DRS. I think he approached the throttle a little bit too early there, and he is out. So he'll be starting from the back there, which is a shame, but here we go. So we've got Roberto and Jay Carty in the Alfa Romeo. And another returning driver who was in ILR5 last season is Cam K. He is in the Haas this season. He's the only American, and it's great to see him representing the only American team, which is good. And his teammate, I know he raced last season, but I forgot what tier he was in. It's Sumi. So that's his teammate. So I expect good things from him. So yeah, should be interesting. So, let's go through some other drivers, actually. Currently, our pole sitter is XCI Dan. I do believe he won ILR6 last season. So, he was the ILR6 champion. He got moved up to ILR5, which is well deserving. So, it'll be interesting to see how he does in a higher tier, of course. And he's doing quite well at the moment. 1:21.2 right off the bat is pretty incredible. So, watch out for him. These could be the one to watch. And then the other Red Bull is Collins 098. I do believe he's new, and he's in the pits at the moment. Let's go and have a look at the other boys. Now, I do believe these two were in ILR4 last season, I believe. I might be wrong. I know one of them is. But anyway, we've got Callboy in a Mercedes, and his teammate is Casper. Now, I know a lot about Casper in ILRGT. I've commentated on him many times before. Casper, he's in the pits currently. That's why I'm not following him, but there we go. Yeah, so I wonder how he's going to do. Hopefully he's going to do better in a lower tier. So I said Mercedes, I said Alfa Romeo, I said Red Bull, I said Haas. Let's go on to the next car. Right, the Renault Quintin, who I believe is new, and IXE Fun. If I don't think they're new, I'm really sorry. But I haven't seen them before, I haven't commentated on before, so I can't judge on any predictions or anything like that. So I wonder how they're going to do. We've seen in the other tiers as well that the newbies have really impressed. Some of the newbies have really impressed everyone. So I wonder if that's going to be the same in ILR5 tonight. And in I'm just going to see Jack Hawkeye, who's in last at the moment. He's in the McLaren. He's currently in the pits. And his teammate is Abassi. He's in the pits as well. In the Toro Rosso, we have Banky. And let me just check. Well, some of them might be reserve drivers, actually. But in the Toro Rosso, it is S-Boy 505 now online. and both of them are not here at the moment, so Banky is filling in for him. Yeah, quite a lot of people are in the pits right now, and so I can't really follow them. So let's just follow, actually, let's follow Collins, because I mentioned Collins. He's obviously reserve, or he might have changed his gamer tag without knowing, but anyway. Now, the common strategy, and the best strategy, I think, for these guys today, which I've seen in ILR8, which was either soft to hards or soft to mediums. That will be the best two strategies, I think. So we will see a lot of people qualifying on the softs. I just got the tyres up. There we go. So, there. So I've got the tyres up. And Collins, yep, he's on his out lap at the moment. And so is Casper. Now, Milos. He is in the Williams. Let's see. A lot of people wanted to find out where he is. He is in the Williams today. And I do believe he was also, I think he was in ILR3 last season, I think, or 4. Can't remember, correct me if I'm wrong. But he's one of the favourites in his tier. I wonder if he'll do better in a higher tier. I think he will. I think he will, so we'll have to wait and see. His teammate is not here. And I don't think there's anyone racing in the Williams with him tonight. In the racing point, I almost said Force India. We have Jordan, and we have, I think it's MWB. Yeah, NWB 99 in the Force India as well. Now, the guy that I'm about to say, I've raced him last season in ILR7. He's made the jump up. He's made 2 tiers up jump up, actually, which, to be honest, I'm not that surprised because in ILR7 he was mega quick. It is Pete. It is Speed Knighton. He's obviously in the Speed Esports team. He finished runner-up in ILR7 last season, and he's already setting up the pace as well in P2. So he could be one to watch as well. He was looking quite good in practice. So it is going to be quite weird to start with because I have raced him last season. So there we go. But it is going to be fun anyway to watch him for a change instead of racing him. I'm glad I'm not racing it. And I did see a Mercedes bin it the same place I think Berto binned it earlier. And Pete, I think, is just going. I think he's running out of fuel, but I'm not entirely sure. Pete's teammate, he's not going to be here for the first 5 rounds. Is also from ILR7. He's in the chat. He knows who he is. He won ILR7 last season, and is one of the only people I can pronounce their gamer tag correctly. It is Khalifa99. He's going to be in the Ferrari with Pete this season, repping the ILR7 boys from last season, and expecting good things. I think he's turned no TC off for the first time as well. So it'll be interesting to see how he does. I think that's everyone that I've mentioned, I think. Yeah, that's everyone I've mentioned. So we are going to go through. Let's see who's on board a lap. Dan could be on board a lap, actually. Let's see where he is. He's just going towards the final corner now. He's running out of fuel, so you have a chance to get... This is a mega quick lap from Dan. 120.9. Whoa. That is insane. He is finding some good pace on this game, and it is showing. And to imagine, he was in ILR6 last season. And usually we would expect the people who are in lower tiers to really struggle. But he is not struggling whatsoever. He's doing very well. So, good on Dan. Good on Dan. Very impressed with him. Another person doing well is Swimmy. He's in 3rd. Everyone's on the softs, I do believe. Yeah, everyone's on the softs except Casper and Jordan. Swimmy is going into the pits. Who else can we go on board with? We've got Milos in the Williams. He's going to get a DRS. And he's running out of fuel. He's on EOS mode 0. There has been much change in terms of the EOS deployment this season. It has been about it's 2 seasons since they got used to it. So we do expect the drivers to get used to the conditions already. So where is Corby? Corby, no, he's not on the lap. Everyone I think is going into the pits. I'm following people at the wrong time. Now, for those of you that are wondering what variants of tyres we have on offer for today's Grand Prix, because obviously the tyres go up from C1 all the way up into C5. And to be honest, I find it very, very confusing. That's one of the changes they made on this game. There's no ultra softs, there's no hyper softs. It is only soft, medium, and hard. And the hard is white, not blue. I'm glad it's not blue because it was very nice. And the only track on the last year's game, which was using the hards, was Silverstone. So there we go. So, but anyway, the variants of tyres we got today are the C2s, the C3s, and the C4s. So the C4s are quite demanding. So I wonder how long they're going to last. Luckily, they're not running the C5s though, so that is good. So if you guys want to get involved in the chat, as IXC Fun has just that corner turn 12 is very common people to take people out. In ILR8, my wheel binned it and I messed it up. Basically, it just disconnected and I binned it in turn 12. So yeah, we probably will see a lot of people getting caught up as Quintin is having a little bit of a lag. Oh, as he's another one to go off the gravel there. As Casper, I wonder how he's going to be on the hards actually. 123.3. Not a bad lap on the hards, to be fair. Oh, and now I think a bit of damage to his front wing, I think. I'm not entirely sure, so he needs to make some ground in. But he has improved by 7 temps. He's on the... No, he's not on the hards. Now he's on the soft, so I haven't changed it to fitted. There we go. I haven't changed it to fitted. There we... So, Casper is on... I think he's going to be on one of his final laps, I think. Or he's probably going to dive it into the pits. But whatever, he's really fast on this lap. And I can imagine, nope, he's going out for another lap. So, what lap time can he set? Hopefully he doesn't ball it and doesn't mess up his front wing. Let's see, it is a 121.6, 1.7 temps quicker. And it puts him up into P10. Now, Jack Hawkeye really needs to get a move on. Because he hasn't set a competitive lap time yet. And this is where the track starts to evolve, and if you don't get your lap times in quick enough, then it could cost you. It could definitely cost you. And one thing I forgot to do is I need to retweet the tweet so people know that we're live. Oh, Jack has binned it. So he's another retirement to the famous turn 12. And also just to let you know, I've had confirmation for the drivers. Similar to what the other tiers were experiencing, we have dry qualifying, obviously, and also a dry race. Which is probably going to be a relief for the drivers, because last season in ILR5, it was wet. I think it was Inters, last season. So, the drivers are going to be relieved, especially the ones who were in ILR5 last season, who had to experience the wet. Now, Swimmy. Let's just go on board with Swimmy, as he's on his outlap at the moment, and he's about to start his flyer. I believe. Yes, he is. And he goes through turn 1. A very tricky turn 1 to get right, to get on the power pretty early. Going through the long straight, he put the DRS very well. And he's not using much of his DRS at the moment. So he might have run out just a little bit. Going towards turn 3, turn 4 and 5. And I will help I had a track map up. There we go. Approaching turn 6. The long, and then turn 7, and then the very long straight as you're starting sector 2, going in to turn 11. As Casper has decided enough's enough, so he's not going to set competitive lap time. But 127.6 is good. Let's just look at the gaps actually. Look at this. This is like ILR5 last season. The top 13 separated by 8 temps, and I think Swimmy has just had his lap time invalidated, so he won't be going on a lap anytime soon. How about end? I'm just going to see who's going to be the last person to get a lap in. I do believe Pete is on 1. He's currently P2. He's got to find a few attempts to see if he can get pole. JKT, where is he? He's going through sets of 1. I'm just seeing if anyone is about to go on their final lap. Quintin is in the Renault. How about Collins? Collins is in last at the moment. So let's see how he does as he goes through the last bit of sector 3. He's going to have a bit of a time from the Toro Rosso behind. How do you say Banky? I'm going to call him Banky. I don't care if I say it wrong. But Banky, yep, he's pulling away. He's going to go on this side as well. What can Collins do to improve? He does improve, but not quite enough. He stays in P15. That wasn't far off than what I did in qualifying in ILR8. So, yeah. But there we go. So, the final 10 seconds then. Swimmy's in sector 2. Dan, he's in sector 2 as well. How about NWB? He's going to be the last person, I think, to cross the line. Jordan, he can only finish 4th. Pete can only finish 2nd at most as well. Swimmy is still on a lap though, so we're going to see what happens to him. Because Collins has decided enough's enough for him as well. So let's go on board with Swimmy as he goes through. Again, apologies for my saying. Oh, Bassey, P2. Wow. 121.2. That's a pretty good lap from him. As Dan comes across the line. Oh, Dan. That was a big bottle from Dan there. Swimmy gets P2 still. But what's happened to Dan? Oh, my God. He's almost went into Narnia. But he's pole anyway. So he must have done a little bit of a donut to celebrate his pole. But there we go. What about NWBB? Let's see what he can do. He is on full ERS mode, so I do expect him to challenge for a competitive lap time. So we'll have to wait and see as he's on the soft as well. Everybody's on the soft tyres. Nobody went on the hards. Cool Boy's retired. What can NWB do? Can he get higher than 6? Let's see. Second place for NWBB. That pushes Swimmy down to 3rd, Abbasi to 4th, and Pete to 5th. But that means XCI Dan, your ILR6 champion from last season, is on pole position and is definitely making a mark there. And also, this race is the first time we actually get to see the helmets for the first time. I was an idiot and I forgot to change my helmet, but there we go. Don't forget, there's also ILR4 happening at the same time as well, so you can have both streams on simultaneously. Quite a few people who were in ILR5 last season got moved up to ILR4, so I hope those guys do well in that tier. It'll be interesting to see how that gets on, but let's go through the standings. Dan is on pole with NWBB in P2, Swummy in P3, Abbasi in 4th, Pete in 5th, Jordan 6th, Quintin 7th, Milos 8th, TMC Coreboy 9th, Banky 10th, J Carty 11th, Casper 12th, IXE Fun 13th, Cam K 14th, Collins 15th, Huberto and Jack did not finish. And the top 14 separated by almost a second. If this is going to be like what it was in ILR5 last season, then I am looking forward to this. I can't wait. This should be very, very exciting. So, it is a dry race, but it is a bit cloudier than we were expecting, so we'll have to wait and see. So, like I said earlier, a lot of these guys will be deciding to possibly go on the softs. And some of you guys might have a cheeky watch if you got your races coming up on Sunday or Friday to find out what strategy would work the best for you. And Quintin says P7 for me. Not bad. Hopefully I don't crash with turn 1. Yes, turn 1 is going to be utter chaos if they don't get it right. The drivers have been warned to take it easy. I was warned in my tier and there was still utter carnage. So hopefully the drivers do listen to the steward's advice. But there we go. So, let's go. Let's check to see what tyres everybody is on. There we go. I'm still getting used to the big, bulky spectator menu on the right-hand side. Still getting used to it, but there we go. So, top 10, all on the soft compound tyres. If you are new to league racing in general, if you qualify in the top 10, you will have to start the race on the tyre you've set your fastest lap on. So for these guys, it will be the soft tyres. The bottom half, they will get free choice of tyres. So let's just see. Let's just go down the order then. So J Carty, Huberto, where's Huberto? Huberto and Jack are on the hards. Casper is on the medium compound tyres. Then we've got ILRGT Fern, Cam K and Collins on the soft. So a variety of different strategies used today. Not sure what's going to work for the bottom half, but the advantage of being on the softs is you could go one or two ways. You can either do soft to mediums or soft to hards. Either way, which strategy works out well. Both strategies I know from ILR8 worked fine when I was watching the last half on stream. So it doesn't matter really which one you go into, and it's, to be honest, it's open for interpretation. And also, you did race in the lower tiers before us. Let us know how your race has gone. Well done, William. You got P3 from 18. That's pretty impressive. And you got drivers A2, so well done. Good job, mate. But anyway, let's concentrate on the action that is about to unfold, as we're going to wait for the last car to drive onto the grid. Why did I say drive out? They don't want to go into the wall. They don't want to go to Narnia. Holy moly. But anyway, for some reason, Collins is 1 minute 50 down on my screen. But hopefully it's not like that. But anyway, no one got disqualified. That is the first for ILR5. GG. So we're waiting for the 5 red lights about to come on. Dan is on the right-hand side. NWBB on the left. Who's going to get the better start? It is the opening round of ILR5 and we are underway here. And P's gone off to a very good start in the middle of NWBB, but NWBB had a much better start than Dan. Let's see if everyone's made it clean into turn 1. Oh, we've had contact already. Cool boy. Oh my god. We've got a lot of damage front wings. We've got Cam K's had a... He come off unscathed there, but oh my god. Yeah. No, the answer to that is not everyone made it through clean in turn 1. But NWBB had a very good start and already starting to pull away as well. Quinton right on the back of Banksy in P6 then. Let's see what Quinton can do to challenge for that position. P6 is not a good position. We can see a train as well forming. We can already see the other... Oh, as the Renault has caught the back of the Williams. Milos, actually. There's a lot of Milos fans in the chat. They're not going to be happy whatsoever. So, Milos will have to pit. IXC will have to pit as well. And NWBB has lost it as well. Why is there not a safety car? I don't know. But anyway, NWBB is going to try and get past Casper, but couldn't quite do it. Dan's also another big loser from that as well. What is going on? And, oh, we got another Haas that's died. No, it's not a Haas. I don't know. Yes, it is a Haas. It is J... Ooh, where is it? Oh, it's Swimmy. Swimmy's died in the final corner. Oh, my God. I think I've heard ILR6 had a lot of crashes as well. Hopefully this doesn't turn into ILR6 action, but there we go. So, Collins, Jay Carty, Jack, and NWBB all in the pits. I am quite... It's good that not other people in the pits. That's all right. That's all good. Quinton's made his way past Banky, though, into turn 3. Good job from him. Banky is going to have another go. We also got Dan, the Red Bull, also going to try and make some headway as well. I'm surprised Milos hasn't pitted, actually. Has Milos got damage? Let's see. I don't know. No, he hasn't. I think he's got minor damage, which is a relief, to be honest, I think. Because that means he can keep going. So, that is all good. So, Abassi still leads them, but Jordan is around 5 tenths behind him. And he's making some good headway in the Force India. Casper on the mediums in 7th place. So let's look at the gained positions. Now, what I like to do in the streams that I do is something called the Supercharge Award. And what the Supercharge Award is the person that gains the most positions after the end of lap 2, they get a point towards the Supercharge Championship. And once they win, nothing. They get pride. So, let's see. I'm just seeing who's going to cross the line. Right. So, let's just go on to positions, actually. And we got a yellow flag. It is Binky. Oh! Binky's lost the left part of his front wing. So, So he will have to dive into the pits. Not quite sure what happened there. Maybe he got caught in some sort of incident, but I don't know. But the real star here is Huberto. Huberto has gained 8 positions. He started 16th and he's now all the way up in 8th. So he gets the Supercharge Award for this week. So well done to him. They don't know I'm doing this, by the way. I have to tell them about this, but there we go. So Huberto, good on him. He gets the first glory of the stream. Well, second glory of the stream because Dan got pole. Dan is starting to make a comeback. He's back up into 5th. He could do a Sebastian Vettel. You never know. But we don't really want to jinx him, really, as we got our first retirement. Oh, what's happened there? Oh, Jack. That, I think he's binned it there. That was unfortunate. So, Jack is our first retiree of this Grand Prix. We've got another yellow flag. Who could it be? It's not telling me. Yellow flag set to 2. It's probably someone that's died. It could be Jack, actually. Yeah, it might be Jack. I think that's what's causing it. And he has left the session as well. So, and Pete is... Oh, what's happened to Pete? He's lost it as well, I think. He's lost a bit of his end plate, I think. So he's dropped it down into 6th place. So he's got to make some ground. He's got IXC fun ahead of him as well. Why is there not I'm surprised there hasn't been a safety car out of all this carnage, to be honest. I thought there would be a safety car after Jack retired. But obviously, the game had decided not to do that. There we go. As Banky is in the pits, we got another yellow flag. Oh my word, who is that yellow flag? It's set to 3. That's gone. That's gone. That's all right. So Bassie's got a 3-second time penalty. He's currently leading now. He's trying to avoid all the trouble though. But that's not going to help him if he wants to win, because Jordan is in P2. So, and Jordan doesn't have any penalties, I believe. So, he's going to make some heat at the moment. Meanwhile, let's just see what's going on midfield. Kamke is going to put some pressure on IXC Fun, going towards the last part of set to 3. You can see Pete in the background as well. We're going to see what happens here. I do believe the track temperatures are starting to get a little bit cooler. I think the tyres are getting colder, which is not helping the drivers, which means they want to do that. But there we go. Julian's in the chat. Hey, Julian. Nice to see you, mate. As Swimmy sets the fastest lap of this Grand Prix. And oh, we got a Red Bull that's died. Who is the Red Bull that's died? Oh, no one. It's just probably my imagination. I think it was probably Collins, actually. Yeah, it was Collins. Oh, my God. There's been so many yellow flags. It's hard to keep up. But anyway... IXC Fun. I'm not going to worry about red flags. I think that's going to absolutely confuse me otherwise. So, Bassi leads by 2.8 seconds with Jordan in 2nd, Quintin 3rd. Dan, though, is trying to catch up in 4th. Oh, no, IXC Fun. He lost it as well into the long straight here. But let's go back on board with Dan then, going towards... end of set to 3 then. DRS is enabled then, so Dan is going to have advantage of DRS. Quintin, unfortunately, is going to lose it. I think Dan's a little bit too further back to gain some heatway at the moment, so I think Dan's going to stay P3 for now, but he's probably going to gain some pace possibly around the next lap. Quintin can also see Jordan behind, so Quintin really needs to break the DRS. Pete has got a 3-second time penalty for corner cutting. And we got our first pit. People in the pit for their first stop. And IXC's got a 5-second stop go for speeding in the pit lane. And he's changing his front wing as well. That must have been really bad damage. So the thing about stop go penalties is you can either choose to serve it, or the 5 seconds will get added to the end of the race. If I was them and I don't have to pit again, I would just add my 5 seconds to the end of the race. That's what I would do. That's what I did last season. So let's get the tyres back up again. A lot of you guys have seen the position changes. So, this is some very good. I think we've seen a lot more carnage more than most battling, to be honest. But you never know. We may get some more battling towards the middle part of the Grand Prix as we get into the pits as well. As Swimmy's got Milos for company as well. The battle for the last. Oh, Jordan! Jordan, no! Jordan's out the race. Jordan was running in P2. Where is Jordan? Oh, he's binned in the pit lane. Jordan's binned in the pit lane. Oh, no. That's not going to help whatsoever if any of these guys want to pit. As I think Corboy is chaining his front wing as well. Swummy, did he get caught up in that instant with the I said Force India, it's Racing Point. Yeah, I think they did as well. What unfortunate for Jordan. I think Jordan approached his pit speed limiter a bit too fast there. And that's what cost him. Because he could have gone on to take the win as well. Yeah, total bottle. That's what Julian said. So, and Casper now is in fourth because of this. And this could work out very well for Casper. Because if Casper can stay where he is, and Quintin's out as well. What's happened to Quintin? Oh, he spinned it in turn 12. Same place that I binned it. In ILR8. But with no fault of my own. I think Quintin might have lost himself there, which is a bit unfortunate. So that is him out of the race. So we're already down to 3 runners. No, we're already down from 3 runners, sorry. And we're seeing Abassi and Dan making their first pit stops almost simultaneously. Dan's going on the hards, Abassi on the mediums. Now, which strategy would you think would work out best? Hards will last the longest, but you never know. As Dan is in P6, Milos is in P5. So Milos is in between them, but obviously Milos still yet to pit also. Cam K also goes into the pits, and he also goes on for Seth Hard as well. Why are not many people going on mediums? I don't know. I think a lot of people want to take the safe option, and they want to go the hards, which is, I think either of the strategies work out, to be fair. Softer hards or softer mediums. Yeah. Apparently Quintin's tyres 60% tyres by lap 7. Very interesting. That might have been due to his setup, I think. But you never know. The gaps are starting to increase at the moment, so I think these guys are starting to find a little bit more of a rhythm to themselves. Collins is, I think, a lap down from everyone else, I think. Oh, no, what's happened to Collins? Oh, no, he was slowing down for Milos. Yep, he's a lap down. Thought so. So Casper leads then. Obviously, he's still yet to pit. This could be interesting. It depends when Uberto and Pete decide to pit, as Milos goes into the pit now as well. Luckily, he didn't get a speeding pit lane penalty. He almost did, though, but he slowed down enough just in time. So, what does Milos go on to? Let's just see. He goes on the... No! The game tripped me. He's going on the hards. But anyway, the 2 Red Bulls. Dan's in 5th then. And Jay Carty moves up into 7th, 8th. Milos goes down in 9th. Positions obviously will change when everyone has done their stops. So, Dan's about 5 seconds behind Abassi. Can he make some time up when the medium tyres start to run out? Because that is a very crucial thing. Because the medium tyres will start to run out towards the end in the last 2 laps. Whereas the hards, they will have a bit more tyre life and they can push for position towards the end. There's Cam K. Oh no, what's happened to... Oh! Oh my god. IXC, I think, was trying to avoid Cam K, but he couldn't. Cam K's lost his front wing as well. So that's IXC out of the race. I think that's both, yeah, that's both the Renaults out of the race. So I think Camco will have to pit then. As we still got a yellow flag in sector 2. Will we have the actual safety car? Probably not. No, we don't. But I think the incident was cleared away quite easily there. So Camco will probably have to pit again. Actually, he's got off a bit lightly there, so he can do a few more laps, I think, in that. But we shall see. We shall see. So lap 10 then of 29. Let us know your thoughts so far. Let us know who's been the star driver, who's impressed you the most, and who has improved from last season if they were racing last season. As IXC Fun has left the session, he's not happy whatsoever yet. Cam K is pitting. He's got some damage there, I think. So, yeah. So, Casper can go out long. So can Huberto as well, but I don't know. Where will Huberto end up with? Usually, I think on F1 2017, you could tell when these guys would end up in when they pit. But on the last 2 games on F1 2018 and F1 2019, they can't do that. So, you can't really tell. As I think I was going to say, I thought Cam K got held in the pits there, but obviously he didn't. And just to let you know, there's also a point for the fastest lap. And, oh, what happened to Pete? Pete, I think, lost his front wing, I think. Somewhere. I didn't see what happened. I think that might have been that instant earlier. And he was trying to drive through it, and it possibly did not work out for him. Not that far behind Milos, so where would Milos come? No. Milos, I think, will come ahead of him. Yes, he will. So, if you finish in the top 10 and you get fastest lap, you will get an extra point, which is an added bonus to both the game and inside line racing this season. Who's got the fastest lap so far? Let's just check. Fastest lap goes to Abassi at the moment. He's got the fastest lap. So pretty decent work from him. As Corboy, we've got a battle going on, lads. We've got Corboy and Jay Carty and Abassi and Alberto. I'm going to follow this one because that is for track position, whereas Alberto and Abassi is not for track position. The Abassi is in the net lead with Dan in the net P2. I think that's what it is anyway, as we go towards turn 11 and turn 12 then. Corboy is going to have advantage of DRS. He's going to try and have a look around the inside of Jay Carty. Then Jay Carty holds to the outside. Very tight entry. They're squeezing off each other almost. But looks like Jay Carty's going to have the better run going into the final part of sector 3. But Corboy gets a switch back and he is up into P6. Well, he retains P6 for now. What a good job from Corboy. And Jay Carty, I think, is on mediums as well. So, and Abassi has got past Huberto Mancini. So, Abassi is now definitely in the net lead. So, lap 12 of 29. So, I'll just give a quick reminder on who has stopped and who hasn't. Huberto and Casper, only guys not to make a pit stop yet. Everyone else has made a stop either because they had damage earlier on and had to pit, or because obviously their usual stop. Who you think is going to win this race? Let us know who you think is going to get some positions. We'll just have to find out. NWBB has got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. I will give you a penalty update towards the end of this Grand Prix as well, just so you're aware of what's going on, because there has been a lot of penalties so far this race. But so far, I think out of all the runners so far, out the ones that are left, they're managing to keep it together. So very impressed with the guys still here. So Casper to Abassi 11.4. Now, where will Casper come ahead of the other guys? Let's just see. So he will come out. So Casper will come out in 5th. Yeah, Casper will come out in 5th place ahead of NWBB. Roberto, I don't know. I am not good at maths. To be honest, I don't do maths very well. Didn't do maths very well at school. I was, to be honest, quite rubbish. But yeah. So pretty much we're halfway into this Grand Prix already. Time does fly by when you're racing and or commentating. The track is starting to definitely heat up now because the sun, you can see it, bits of the sun trying to peek out at you, which could be hard on visibility at times as well. And Pete and Swimmy are having a little bit of a cheeky battle going in towards the start of Sector 3 then. Speed Knighton, is he going to have DRS? No, he's not, I don't think. Swimmy will, but he's not going to get the jump that he wants past him at the moment. So, Swimmy is staying in 10th. Now, battle for the last points. Swimmy is definitely going to get points unless he bottles it, because Bank is about 11 seconds behind and he's on older tyres than Swimmy. So, Swimmy has basically got to keep the car on the track. Wow! So Peter's got the fastest lap so far. The track is starting to evolve, so we could see in at the next 15 or so laps a lot of changes. So we'll see a lot of changes in fastest lap pretty soon. Now, for those of you in the chat as well, nice to see you as well. Now, if I pronounce these names wrong in the stream, I do sorry, and we've got yellow flag. What is this yellow flag, I wonder? Yellow flag sector 2 and 3. It's not telling me. Great. Nope, it's not telling me. It's probably someone going very slowly. Oh, nope. It's Banky. Halfway through sector 2 and 3. So, he has had a big bottle there. But luckily, his front wing has stayed intact. But he's not going to do his tyres any good. Wait. It's saying on the graphic that he's on the hards. But on the tyres, as in the tyres in the car, the wheels, he's on the softs. So I'm just gonna concentrate on the graphic for now. I think the one that just says what tyre they're on, not the car. So he's not on the softs, he's on the hards. So he might be struggling on the hards a lot more than we thought. But we shall see. Casper still leads then. Roberto still yet to pit. Abassi is gaining Casper, I think, around about a second a lap. So Casper really needs to get a move on and pit soon. I don't know when the pit window is for mediums. I think by the looks of things, Casper would possibly want to go on the softs. Now, medium to soft is definitely not a bad idea. Casper's probably going to try and leave it on for as long as possible. But we shall see anyway and see how that goes. And Abassi doing very, very well for his debut in ILR5. And I did say that a newbie could come along and do very well, and that is what he is showing in this league. So I do believe he's new. I am not entirely sure. I haven't heard him before. So he's doing well as Quintin has left the session. Obviously, he has retired before. Let's just check to see if he's new. I think he is. Or he might be reserve, actually. Well, I don't know. But anyway, it is good to see new guys in this tier absolutely shine here and do very, very well. So let's just see what happened with J. Carty and Milos then. They're having a scrap for P8 then. JCarty almost looked for a good move going into turn 12. He's going to get DRS then, going into turn 12 now then. Let's see what he does. Oh, there was almost a massive shunt from JCarty, but luckily he absolutely saved it there going into turn 13. So he has managed to caught that only just. That was close. And just to let you know, actually, Abati's a reserve driver, so replacing Ben Gallagher for tonight. So if Abati's good enough, then he could become full-time. We shall see. As JCarty's in the pits then after being on 14-lap used mediums. Very impressive for JCarty. He is going on to another set of mediums. Oh, yeah, because he was on softs, I believe, to begin with. So, yeah, he would be using 2 different lots of compounded tyres. So, yeah, I had a feeling that would happen. So, lap 17 of 29 then. Dan is going to see if he can try and get past Huberto. He probably wouldn't, you know, he probably wouldn't do that as of yet, because he probably won't challenge until a little bit longer down the line. He's probably going to wait until Huberto possibly goes into the pits. And Huberto stays out, obviously, because the Haas car, I think, can go to around lap 20. And he's been on those tyres 16 laps because he had to pit quite early. So I wonder what he could do. Could he hold up Dan? Because Dan has been on the Haas for 10 laps. But he's on newer tyres. And Dan's going to get DRS then through turn 3. No, I think it's turn 2. I'm losing track of these turns, you know. We shall have to wait and see. Anyway, as Dan started off pole, but unfortunately, due to the, I didn't see what happened, the causing drop positions, he lost it. But he's still doing very well in 5th place. So just goes to show how good of a driver he is, and he doesn't let his mistakes come back to bite him, which is very impressive. So there we go. There goes Dan then. He's got another chance to get past Huberto into turn 11 and turn 12. Let's see what he can do here. The DRS flap is wide open. What can Dan do? Huberto holds on to the inside quite well. Some very good defensive moves from Huberto. Huberto knew where Dan was coming from there, and he was like, see you later, I'm not having that position. I know I haven't pitted for a long time, but you're not having that position. End of. And Huberto dived into the pits then. So Dan didn't have to fight like that. That might not have done his tyres any good, but Huberto managed to get his tyres on from towards lap 17. So it is going to be touch and go really for Dan to make it to the end, but he's P2. Wow, and Casper's just pitted. He's P3. He is P3, and he's only 3.9 seconds behind Dan. And we've got a yellow flag in sector 3. That is Binky in turn 12. I swear, is it me or does everyone almost die in turn 12? Yeah, a lot of people died at there. No, Banky. Anyway, Milos and Knighton having another bit of a scrap again as well. They've been fighting pretty much the whole race right now as Knighton starts to pull away from him. Pete, the big knight, the legend. Like, you know, if you don't know Pete, what's going on? He's a legend. But anyway, Milos, he's got to find some grip. But as I was saying about Casper, because Casper has decided to go on to his final stint on the softs, if he can make it work, because Banky dives into the pits, if he can make it work, he can get P2, and he could possibly catch up to Abasi. Now, how many penalties does Casper have? I'm not quite sure in terms of that matter, but we shall see anyway. As we've got Milos and Pete then. Let's see what Milos can do. He's getting some very good speed going towards that corner at the moment. As, oh, there's a little bit of a swerve from Milos, but he kept it together almost. Oh, yeah, that was good. And I think Pete has stretched the gap. He is broken out of DRS. Unfortunately, Milos could not pass him on this occasion. He's got to find about 1.1 seconds. He is doing it though. He is trying to find the time. He's now 1.0, 1.1 is changing. Gap between Casper and Dan now is now 2.0. As soon as that battle happens, I will be starting to follow that battle. So I will be doing my best to keep my close eye on that battle between Casper and Dan. Casper doing very well. Let's see where Casper started actually. He gained 9 positions, so he started from 12th position. Roberto's gained 8 as well, so both Roberto and Casper, huge stars in my eyes at the moment. But, oh, Bassi pits. Okay, is he going for fastest lap? Hold on, let's go on board with him. So he dives it in. Oh, he's going on softs. Is that a gamble? Because he could have got the race victory. I think he saw what Casper did. Now, Casper's right behind Dan. Casper can take the lead. This is going to get very spicy between Casper and Dan. Is that a Bassi's huge gamble? But he's only about 5 seconds, but you never know. The battle is going to happen towards the end here. This is going to get absolutely intense. Look at it. Look at Casper all over the back of Dan. Casper really needs to make this move work at the moment. Dan is back in the lead of this race. Will Dan decide to pit as well? I think I know Bassi and Casper want to get fastest lap so badly. I think those two will definitely be in contention for that. Dan won't have advantage to DRS. Casper will have advantage to DRS. So let's see what happens with Casper then. Going towards turn 13. No, not quite. He decides to back out of it at the moment. Them following in close proximity. Red Bull versus Mercedes. Kind of reminds me of the real life Monaco this year. This time it's the other way around. The Red Bull in front. Dan aspiring to be Max Verstappen, obviously, because Max Verstappen won last time about. As Casper goes to the inside. Can Casper take the lead? No, he can't. Dan, what a switchback at the moment. Casper is going to get another chance here into the long straights, turn 2 and 3. He's going to get DRS. He's going to have another look around the inside. Dan's going to try and close the door. Dan closes the door only just. Oh, this is going to be absolutely tight. Casper takes the lead. I think that was due to Casper's tyres, but what battling between these two. Some great racing between these two. And Casper is looking on course to take his first victory in ILR5, or the first victory of the season. This will be very impressive there. There'll be a lot of Casper fans which will be very impressed with his performance. And he's doing very well. He's living up to the Mercedes name. But Dan is not giving up. But you can see the gap is starting to increase between Casper and Dan at the moment. So it is not over yet. It is not over yet. Dan could still win this race. Any of these two can win this race. If any of these two win this race, I'll be really happy. But this will probably be on course to be one of my favourite overtakes ever. But anyway, Dan, yeah, he's a bit too further back. I think it's due to his tyres. Bassi's now 4/10 behind NWBB. Oh, that was almost a mistake there. Jay Carty has also got a 3-second time penalty due to corner cutting there. What can a Bassi do going into turn 2 and 3 then? Let's just see what happens, as Bassi's also on newer tyres as well. Let's just get the tyres up for you. Bassi almost looking to the outside there, but NWBB is having none of that. Bassi's going to try and make a replica move to what Casper did earlier on, but doesn't quite make it do. That probably didn't make sense there, but there we go. As all NWBB almost made a little bit of a mistake there, hitting the bump there. That will allow Bassi to gain a bit more speed going into turn 9 and 10. And then going into the long straight here. What can NWBB? He's holding He is hot. He's not taking the racing line. Now he is taking the racing line at the moment. They are neck and neck, these two. Oh no! Abbasi's binned it and he's out! That was his fault. He did a massive bottle there. He was going so well. He was challenging for fastest lap and for P2. And the race victory has slipped out of his fingers. Another casualty of turn 12. He is not very happy whatsoever. Oh no, what a shame. What a shame. That was looking like to be a very good battle between these two. But that means NWBB will get a podium position. So the drama has unfolded really pretty much here in ILR5. We've seen, I think, the main crashes today, have been mainly bottles. I think, by then crashing into turn 12. I think that's where we see most of the crashes today. And Pete is up into 5th. So Pete's doing well. Cam K, oh, what's happened to Cam K? He's lost it a bit as well. Don't forget, there's still penalties. We got another battle on our mints again. Is this like the beginning of the race? Oh no, my loss. Right, I'm going to try not jinx, because every time I follow someone for a battle, they bin it. I don't really want that to happen. Milos was going to have a very good battle with Pete. But Milos, he just lost it. I think these guys are starting to struggle on their tyres. But Milos is on the hard, so I'm a bit shocked about that. But there we go. Another casualty in our midst at the moment. So anyone who's going to finish now is going to get points. So actually no, apart from 11th place. But reserves, they don't get points added to the championship unless they get added to full time. And Banksy, I believe, is a reserve driver. This has been some really intense stuff. Now, since the battles are not going to happen anytime soon, I don't think, let's just check the penalty situation. Casper. Oh, Casper's got 1 penalty. Oh, Dan, let's see how many penalties he's got. Dan's got a penalty, so Dan and Casper are even. What about NWBB? Top 3 are even. They've got 1 penalty each. Callboy is on. He's on 3 warnings, but he could be on guards for the penalty. Pete's got 2. Alberto's got 2 as well. Milos, he doesn't have any Milos doesn't have any penalties. Milos could go ahead of both Knighton. Not Kington, I said Kington. I didn't know in there. I don't want that. Anyway, Knighton and Alberto. Milos could go ahead of him. And I think, no, Swimmy doesn't have any warnings either. So that is a little bit of an update of your warnings then. So as it stands, Casper will still take the win in the race because Dan and Casper are on the same amount of penalties. So that is a penalty update for you. This has actually not been a too bad race. It's been a lot of battles towards the end of this race, and I absolutely like it. Absolutely loving it. As Milos, he's got to make some ground here. As Herberto's around about 1.5 seconds. Jay Carty's going into the pits now. I think Jay Carty's probably going to go and try for fastest lap, I think. Yes, he is. Is he going on to the soft compounder tyres? Yes, he is. That's what I thought he was going to go on to, and he is going on to those soft tyres. So, can he get fastest lap? Will the gamble pay off? We'll just have to find out. Casper still leads. Dan P2. And I think I think Dan's about to lap a tour or so. And WBB's 10 seconds behind Dan, so Dan will still retain P2, I think. And Huberto's right behind Pete then. They're both on similar amount of points, penalties. So this will be fairly to position, but I think Milos will be going ahead of those two due to those penalties. So that'll be basically a battle for 6th, pretty much. And let's see what happens to Roberto Mancini then. Roberto Mancini going into turn 1. He's going to get more speed going into turn 2. NWBB has lost it coming up to turn 2. I don't know what happened there. How he got caught up in that, I don't know. It might have been a fault of his own, I'm not entirely sure. He's struggling with his soft tyres, I think. Oh my god, he's been on those hards for 25 laps. Oh, he had a puncher! Puncher rear left. And he's retired the car. How did he get those tyres 25 laps? I don't know. But if you're watching this and racing on Sunday, don't push your tyres to 25 laps, because after that they're going to die and they're going to have a puncher. So yeah, I think NWBB had a puncher there. And that's what caused him to retire there. What a shame. What could have been for NWBB, some strong performances. So everyone that's finishing now, they'll get points. Banky will get points, which will be impressive. So 2 more laps to go then. So we've got Casper that leads from Dan, from Cowboy, from Roberto. Roberto gets past P. Roberto is going to be up into 4th on track. And I think it's going to be 5th. We're going to see we're going to ride on board with Pete then. Going towards the final corner then. Is Pete going to get a good DRS? Pete's been on those tyres for 17 laps. They're dying now. How's he managing those tyres? He's got to be careful though. He's got Milos right up behind him. But Milos hasn't got any penalties. So I don't think Milos will be pushing too much. But you never know. I could be proved wrong. And also, yeah, you could be proved wrong. As we've got Pete, he's trying again. He's going to try one more time, I think. Yes, he is. He's going to try one more time to get that move done, I think. Let's see what happens to Pete then going towards turn 10. He's going to have another chance to go through Roberto. I think he's a little bit too further back to do it, I think. So I don't think he's going to challenge for the move that he wants to do, as we shall see as 9 I have pronounced his game attack right. I almost said it the way that Owen said it, but there we go. So, final lap then of the race. This has been absolute chaotic and insane race. It's been really good actually. It's been a lot of action, a lot of crashes, but there's been some good battles anyway. So there's been a lot more crashes than battles, but you know, mainly due to balls, mainly. But I think the stewards are going to be very busy tonight, I think, for ILR5. So we'll have to wait and see, but a guy that has done really well is Casper. He started, let me just see where he started actually. He put on the soft tyres, he went from mediums to soft, which worked perfectly, or he might have done hards, I'm not entirely sure. He's gained 11 positions. He's on fire at the moment, and he's got a final few corners to go. The crowd are on their feet. Mercedes are going to take their first win of the season. Casper comes across the line. He wins the opening race of ILR5. He's weaving. He's really happy. What a good result for Dan. What a good comeback from where he fell. So he went back into P2, which is very impressive. Well done to Dan on his debut in ILR5. Good on him. We're going to get a double Mercedes podium here. They're going to take the lead in the constructors. Cowboy gets the final podium position. Well done to him. And Roberto up 12 places. Is going to get P4. But it could be not. No, he's not. Milos gets P4. But Roberto still gained 11 positions, same as Casper. Pete has dropped 2 positions. Pete's down to 7th. But that's still a good result for Pete anyway on his debut in ILR5. So well done to him. He's still going to get points for Ferrari. Swami in 6th. Jay Carty's going to come across the line. He'll get some points as well in P8 in the Alfa Romeo. Cam K what could it be for Kamke really? But he avoided a lot of trouble towards the end of that race, and I think that's what helped him. That's what helped him keep his car intact. And he's going to get some points. He's going to get 9th place. Banky gets points as well, even though he's a lap down. My voice is about to die there. That was crazy right now, but there we go. So, well done to everybody. What a great race to start to kick off ILR5. We are about to get your standings right now. I enjoyed that. That was really fun. As we're going to get the podium celebrations. Look at Casper. He is absolutely delighted. He definitely had a good strategy. He's going to be one to watch in ILR5 this season. And his teammate is there in P3 as well. Dan. He was a strong... He put up a challenge to Casper as well. What a good battle between the both of them. If I had to give driver today, though, it will have to be Casper, I think. Casper did absolutely sensational. And I do believe it's his first win in ILR. Is it his first win in ILR? If it is, then that's impressive. Good on you, Casper. Anyway, Casper takes the win. His first ILR win, correct me if I'm wrong. But anyway, Dan in P2, Coreboy in P3, Milos in 4th, Roberto in 5th, Swimmy in 6th, Pete in 7th, Jake RT 8th, Cam K 9th, and Binky your final point. And the last finisher as well, and your non-finishers are NWBB, Abassi, Collins, IXE Fun, Quintin, Jordan, and Jack. Wow. I can't wait for next week now. I'm very excited to see what these drivers have in store. I hope we get more drivers next week because we didn't get a full lobby, but there we go. Make sure you join us same time next week for some more ILR5 action. I do believe we're at Bahrain next week. So Bahrain's always a good track for overtaking, and I love Bahrain as a whole, so I'm looking forward to that. So if you want some more ILR action, we've got ILR Xbox on tomorrow, and you get to hear more of my commentary. I will be doing some solo commentary for ILR3 Xbox tomorrow, as my co-com has been asked to do stream ILR2 because there's no other streamers. So yeah, you got me solo in the commentary box tomorrow for ILR3 Xbox. So there we go. And there's also ILR 1, 2 and 3 PS4 on Sunday, so if you want to check that out as well, please feel free. But until now, I've been JessGames95. Have a good evening, everybody, and we will see you same time, 8 PM for the Bahrain Grand Prix next week for ILR5. Have a good evening, everybody. Safe travels, and good night.